Hi Flosstube, my name is Haley, also known as Peregrine Stitcher here on YouTube and over on Instagram. Welcome to my channel, which is all about cross stitch. This is Flosstube number 25, and it is July 28th, 2024. It's been about 2 months since my last Flosstube. I think the last one was early June. A lot has been going on, but I continue to stitch, and so I have quite a few things to show you. What I'm most excited about showing you today are my two fully finished pieces. I did take a few things down to the framers, and so this is one that I stitched a long time ago, like a long time ago. It's a dimensions kit called Simplicity Vintage, I think. And it's on 14 count Aida. That's when I was still stitching on Aida, all the flosses from the kit. But I think it's so cool, and I was saving this because I wanted to put this in a walk-in closet if I ever had one. So now I have one in Chicago, and so I decided to go ahead and get this framed, and I think it just turned out great. I decided to get a matte because of the shading on the side here. And I think the blue just really brings out the dress. So I'm really excited with how this one turned out. I mean, if I were going to do it all over again, I would diversify the women in the photo. I didn't know how to do that back then at the time. So it is what it is. It's a picture from a different era. But I absolutely love those dresses, and I think it's gonna look really cool in my closet, and hopefully will make getting dressed for work a little less painful every morning. So yeah, sorry, you can probably see a bunch of reflections in that, but I did not get museum glass on this because it's going to be in a closet, so it's never gonna see the light of day. So it's a little reflective. But yeah, really happy with how that one turned out. Okay. And then this next one, I am so excited to put up on my sampler wall. This is every opening flower. And again, I love the frame with this. I love the inner like gold frame. I think it turned out really well, and I just can't wait to get this up on my wall in Chicago. It's gonna look great there. This is, I don't remember anything about this. I know it was on a 40 count cappuccino by Fiber on a Whim, and I think I used the called for floss. But yeah, this is every opening flower. Yay. Trying to see if I can get this as a screen grab because it's so beautiful. Okay, so I did also take a third piece down to get framed. I took my salt boxes, the ones that I showed you last time from Plum Street Samplers, but the frame that I ordered is on back order, and so it wasn't ready for me to pick up this time. So I will have to get it next time, and I will show you then. And I have a couple of old finishes that I just got back that I wanted to show you. I had sent these out to a fellow stitcher for finishing. She wasn't able to get around to it, which is fine. But I haven't had them for almost a year, so getting them back was super exciting because they feel almost like new stitches to me. So I thought I would show them to you since I have them out. This is Christmas Kitty by Teresa Kogut. I adapted it for Katniss, my bag cat. And you can see she is holding her preferred gift for me, which is a mouse. And I adapted, like I added the stripes and all of those kinds of things to make it look like her. But this is so adorable. And I'm hoping to get this made into a project bag at some point. But I'm so glad to have it home with me. Um, and then let's see here. The other one I got back is Lady Man by Michelle Bendy Stitchy. And again, so I had finished this over a year ago and was hoping to get a project bag for this. But again, I just think this is so funny, and it was such a great stitch. Especially look at those brass buttons on his jacket and the bottom of his pants. So cool. So yeah, I'm excited to have them home with me. And I'm still looking for a finisher. I haven't gotten any recommendations yet, but I would be a very good customer. Very, very good customer. Okay, the one other thing, I just have this lying here, so I thought I'd show it to you. This is not cross stitch, and it's actually machine made, but I happened to just wash and iron it, so I thought I'd show it to you. This is something I got in Santorini when I went there a few years ago. It's a little tablecloth. I've had it on my end table in my living room, and it's an example of traditional Greek embroidery. And so, you know, it's not cross stitch, it's machine made, but you'll see this kind of thing all over the place in the tourist shops. And I thought I'd just show you because I think it's, you know, it's just beautiful. Here, I'll open it up. All the stitching arts are amazing. I would love if they made an adaptation of that into a stitch, like a cross stitch chart. That would be amazing. Okay, so those are my FFOs. I did have one new start, which I'm so excited about. I have wanted to start this from the day it came out, and of course it wasn't available until recently. But this is Sarah Millthorpe, 1834, by Hands Across the Sea. And so it was an exclusive for some retreat, I don't remember which one, but it wasn't available for like a year and a half. So I wasn't able to get it. And then when I did get it, I wasn't able to find the floss for it. But Kathy from Hobby House finally hooked me up. And so I did get all the flosses except there's one substitute. But these are the flosses, absolutely gorgeous colors. I got the MPI. Is that what I got? No, I got the Swadelge. Sorry, this is Swadelge silk, which has been a delight to work with. And I have it in this bag from Stitch Folk, which is the Sarah Millthorpe bag. So it's all coming together wonderfully. And let me show you what it looks like. This has been so much fun to stitch. Isn't it gorgeous? So I've been working on the red house. I had to move the Q-snap, so I thought I'd take it out and take the opportunity to show you. But this has everything. It just has everything that you love about samplers. The border is a little fussy. Lots of different colors there, but it's beautiful. And I love this geometric flower. You've got the crown, the rose, the funky star, orange tree, tree of life, red house. There are a couple of berry bowls on the bottom. It is just incredible. And so I have been working on this almost monogamously for the past 2 weeks. And I just love it. I'm trying to decide whether I should keep working on it or switch to something else. It's very tempting. Oh, I didn't mention, this is on a 40 count creme brulee. This is the new creme brulee, so it's not as mottled as the one from before. It's from Tabby Cat. Yeah, so I do still like this linen a lot, but I do like the fact that it's not as mottled as the earlier version of Creme Brulee. So, yep, loving everything about that. Can't wait to work on it some more. So that is my new start. I think pretty much my only new start since my last Flosstube. Okay, I have still been working on a few of my same usual suspects for whips. So thank you for having patience with me as I continue to work through these. But I love them, and so that's what I do. You do what you love. Mary 395. I've made some good progress on this. Let's see here. Yeah, she's really coming along. I had done, I think, up through the first row of borders, and so I've done everything below that. And there's really starting to be some fun stuff in there, like the little house with the palm trees. That was exciting. Yeah, I need to get this one out again. I just love working on this one. This is on 40 count Albarium, and I'm using a Belsois cranberry silk floss. And I love everything about it. Oh, every time I look at them, I want to work on all of them at the same time. But there's only so many hours in a day. Okay, so that was Mary 395. And she is living in another Stitch Folk bag, the one from Words of Wisdom. So I love that. And then of course I have continued to work on my Modern Folk Embroidery 2023 sale. Which I haven't finished yet, but I'm getting there. Really getting there. So it's been a couple months, I think, since I showed this to you. Here we go. And so I've continued the work down on the pedestals here. So really all I have left are the words right here to finish the border. And then I'll be done. I probably should not have left that much border for the end because it is kind of an impediment to me working on it because it's a lot of stitching, but it's not too rewarding. But it's almost done, so I will finish it. Yeah. Again, this is also on a 40 count Albarium from Cedar River Linen. And I'm using floss from Roxy Floss Co. The dark blue is Uncle Fester, and the green is Sagebrush. Oh, it's gonna be so good. But I'll be glad when it's done. You know, you start to get to a point where like, oh yeah, I think it could be done with this one and I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I'll work on the next one. Because I did buy the chart for 2024. I haven't started working on it yet. But I might use the same color flosses, so we shall see. Okay, that's Modern Folk Embroidery. And then I also did some work on Martha Walmsley, which is in this tote bag from Hands Across the Sea. Let's see here. So this is the chart. Martha Walmsley, 1847. And I also love this one. It's coming along. I got quite a bit done on this. This one is not easy. It is very detailed. But it's looking good. And so last time I had finished the bird. This time I did this flower this vase and I finished the border all the way across. So yeah, I'm gonna start bringing the border down, and we'll go from there, but I just love this one. Now I'm gonna, let's see here, I'm gonna handle this matter delicately. I do have to decide what to do on the next portion of the chart, because once you see it, you can't unsee it. But I think I may want to do something different here. You know, I just, once you see it, you can't unsee it. So I may add, I may like adapt some of these flowers and extend them up where the verse is, something like that. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, sorry for any of you who are stitching it, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. Okay, enough about that. I did also work on Night Walk Down, but I don't have it here with me, so I'll have to show it to you next time. And that's basically all I've been doing. I've been pretty busy. I'll tell you about that in a minute with personal updates. Just a little haul. I did get the sampler September kit from Evertotes because I can't resist. It came in this beautiful project bag. And I don't knit, so I didn't get all the yarn and stuff. But this is the chart from Maximum Cross Stitch. I think that's going to be so much fun. And the threads are just beautiful. I don't know if you can see them. It's called September's Return. Very autumny. I'm not going to start it until September. And then I got 40 count Panettone linen. So I'm gonna save that obviously for sampler September, but I'll plan on starting that then. Okay. I also got some Stitchy Kindness. My stitcher friend who sent me my finishes back sent me this Just Nan chart. I've always wanted to stitch one, but I never have, and so I'm actually really looking forward to this. It comes with the fabric and threads and charms. So yeah, thank you so much, Stitchy friend. I'm really looking forward to stitching this, and hopefully you'll be able to see it soon. Okay, let's see here. I had a couple giveaways last time. So I have the winners of those. So for the salt boxes, these are the 4 Plum Street salt boxes that I just finished, and they're at the framers right now. The winner is Squash House Quilts and Stitches. So I will reply to your comment. If you can send me your address, I'll get those out to you. And then I had these 2 cute kits from China, I think. The watermelon one was won by Susan Knoll 8845, and the avocado was won by Linda Loves to Stitch. So again, I will comment on your comments and get those out to you, and we will go from there. Give me a little bit. I'm still doing a lot of travel, but I will get them out to you as soon as I can. In terms of plans, I do want to start Peacock, Unicorn, and a Badger. I just need to order the flosses, so I'm planning on doing that and hope to start that in August. I just want to get another project in my rotation because I've been kind of, again, working on the same few projects, although I love each and every one of them. I just want to have 1 or 2 more in the mix. So I think that would be a good one. So I look forward to that. Also, I'm all confirmed for the Great British Sampler Weekend in October. That's the only other retreat I'll be doing this year. But I got my hotel reservation, and I should be all set to just drive from here in New York up there. I have, okay, true confessions, I have never been to Hobby House, even though I live 2.5 hours away, partly because I moved to Chicago and I go back and forth, but I'm actually terrified to go there because it might bankrupt me. So we shall see. I'm really looking forward to it though. I just can't wait. It's going to be a great weekend. Okay, I'm just looking at my list here. The last thing I have, and again, I'm keeping this brief like I always do, just a few personal updates. So I mentioned last time that I was on the garden tour in my local village. That went fine. There were a ton of people. Everyone was lovely. Um, and you know, everything looked okay. The gardener didn't finish until the night before, which is a little stressful, but it looked great, and no, I'm never doing that again. I will just enjoy the garden myself. But you know, now it looks really good. So that's great for this summer. Also, Margot and I went to Spain for a little over a week. That was fantastic. Margot's my oldest daughter. She's moving to LA in a couple weeks for school. So it was a chance for us to spend some time together. And it was amazing. I had been to Barcelona like in my early 20s, a long time ago, but had never really traveled through Spain. And it was just so incredibly beautiful. Places I've always wanted to see. We went to Madrid, we went to Granada and saw the Alhambra, which is absolutely one of the most gorgeous places I have ever seen in my life. Um, so that was really special. And then we drove down to Malaga. We had a beach day there for my birthday. And then we drove up to Cordoba, where we saw La Mezquita, also just so incredibly beautiful and historic. We did have a little mishap between Cordoba and going back to Madrid, where our rental car got a flat tire. So that was kind of fun to deal with on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere in Spain. But it all worked out and we made it home. And it was a great trip. So yeah, as I mentioned, Margot is moving to LA. We found her a little studio apartment there. So her dad is gonna drive her out with all her stuff, and I'm gonna fly there and meet them. And we're gonna get her all set up. This relates, however, to cross stitch because the room that she is currently in is going to be my library and craft room. So I am making my plans already. I'm just gonna start from absolute scratch. I'm gonna get everything out of there, get the floors refinished, get it painted, and then start, you know, building up my vision of what I want that room to be. I do have a day bed I'm going to put in there so that Margot can have a place to sleep if she comes back to visit me, when she comes back to visit me. But other than that, I'm so excited about finally being able to have a craft room. She's 21 and she's moving to LA with all her stuff, so I don't think she'll be coming back anytime soon. I'll probably be visiting her in LA for the most part. Along the same lines, I just thought I'd mention that she was the recipient of the cat distribution system. So we now have a fourth cat in our household for the time being called Batman. She's taking him with her to LA. But yeah, he chose her and there's just no getting around it. So he's adorable. But 4 is a little too many for me, especially when I don't live here. Too many litter boxes. Okay. My youngest M is coming back from South Korea on Tuesday. Looks like she's had a marvelous time there, but is looking forward to coming home. I'm looking forward to her coming home and taking care of her cat, Cookie. So that is all happening. And let's see. Yeah, I have my usual insane schedule. You know, I'm going to Charlotte tomorrow, back to Chicago Wednesday, and then I'll be in Chicago for a couple of weeks and then go into LA to help Margot move, and then back to Chicago and then back to Dryden, and I don't know. There's a lot going on. But it's all okay. I re-achieved platinum status with United, so that's all good because you get upgraded most of the time when you fly. And that helps a lot when you fly a lot. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah. So let's see. It's late July now. I probably won't be able to do another Flosstube until early September at the soonest, just with everything that's going on. But I will continue to stitch, and I will post on Instagram, and I will get these giveaways out to the winners. So thank you for watching. I would ask, you know, my viewership continues to decline. I'm trying not to take it personally, but if you are able to like and subscribe and comment, I think those are things that help. Or, you know, if you're one of my friends who have a Flosstube of their own, if you wouldn't mind giving me another shout out. I think it's been maybe close to 3 years I've been doing this now. And so, I don't know, I feel like I do a lot of stitching. And I'll continue to do it, but if no one watches, you know, then it kind of doesn't make sense for me to spend my time on it if it's just for myself. So if you could do me a favor and give me a shout out, that would help a lot. I really, really do like all the comments and, you know, the friends that I have made through doing this Flosstube. So hope you're all having a fantastic summer, and hopefully I will see you at maybe an upcoming retreat, either the Great British Sampler Weekend, or I'm also going to the next Stitch North, but feel free to reach out anytime. All right, take care everyone. Bye-bye.